Okay. Hey, how are you? Damn, you should have you should have come in last night. Oh my god, Chris would have loved it. Went to class. Hey Samantha, thank you for coming in. I know that Kate is still live. But now's my time to go live, so I'm going live. I mean, not because now I have time to go live. Anyways, I'm good. I'm glad you're good. Did you have fun at that festival that you went to? Like, how was that? Was that good? It was just people arguing, and it was just fun. And I farted on stream. It was just a good time, It's a really good time. So I got sunburnt today, like a motherfucker, because I forgot to put sunscreen on. Well, good. I'm glad it was a blast. Hi, Freeside. I'm good. I'm glad you had a blast. I forgot to put sunscreen on, and my skin is pale as fuck. And I got sunburnt because I learned today though that I'm good at cornholing. Yeah, I said it. I'm good at cornholing. I went to a cornhole tournament today that one of the like places I go to for groups, for NA, they had like a little cornhole tournament today. So yeah, it's been chilly there still. I've been getting weather updates. I wouldn't say it's been chilly. Like today it was like 90 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be like 70 degrees. But then it goes to like the hundreds after that. Or I don't know for how long though. Hey, Chilululu. Hi, my Chilululu. Ow. Shithead. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know what the fuck I was gonna go live about. I just wanted to go live. I was thinking about what? I was thinking about, I don't know, watching a video or something that. What are you doing? You're not even supposed to be up here. You're not supposed to be up here. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm glad to see you in chat, too. Oh. For all the people that are always like, where's Chino? Where's Chino? Where's Chino? Well, there's Chino. All right, go on. Nope, go. Yay, tits. What? 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 I'm not showing tits. Sorry, I'm reformed. Come on. Calm down. Calm down. I gave you attention, so now you're all hyper. That's what you get with he's a chug, by the way. He's a Chihuahua pug. And they're wiry as fuck dogs. When I stare at him, he like sits still and stops wagging his tail. And as soon as I look away, he's all wild again. Anyways, I was thinking about, I don't know, talking about watching a video and chatting about it, or a chug. Yeah, he's Chihuahua pug. So he's got the body of like a Chihuahua, but he's got a pug tail and a pug face. So he's got like the bulgy eyeballs, but they're not like crazy bulgy. Yeah. Now I've just been boring lately. You remember how you used to see me arguing all the time with people? I still give my opinion about stuff, but I haven't been like hella just raging on people and whatnot. By the way, Chris. Let me look on my thing. So the 10th will be a year. I am 359 days today. Yeah, 359 days. I know I like doing the blind reaction videos, but then you never know if you're going to get like a funny video. And I never even know where to like look like for funny videos. Like, oh my God, I saw one saw one the other day that fucking made me cackle. Yep, sober. Of everything. Thank you. I'm excited about that. I appreciate that. Let's see here. What do we have here? What do we got for comedy? I don't want to get struck though. That's like my biggest thing right now. Is like, just don't want to get struck. Let's see here. I don't know. Like, I've been really into the true crime lately. Again, though, I don't want to fucking get struck. Thank you. E-hug. Give me a hug through the computer. Big girls, you are beautiful. I know that one will get me fucking struck right by that song. Hi, how are you? Why are you on a different name? Why aren't you on your other name? Big girls, you are beautiful. Oh. Yep, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Damn. So what are you doing right now, Chris? What have you been up to? Every time I like see that I get the notification that you're live, by the time I join, every time I go to click on it, you're already ended. So it's crazy. I've been watching a lot of these like, Reddit, like Reddit aliens, like they ask questions and then they receive all the answers. Oh, that makes sense. I was wondering. Okay. Oh, right on. I don't want you to say what you've been doing, but that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. I bet you're loving that. I bet you're having a blast with that. I'm surprised no one's asked what cornhole is, but everyone probably knows by now. Okay. Let's see here. What we got on the list. I've been watching. Oh, I hope this guy doesn't strike me, but I want to fucking play what he. Okay, let's see. I want to watch this guy. I want to see what. Oh, well, I would. Hey, rapper. What you Pebs make? What? Yes, hi, scum. I'm alive. Yes. Yeah, I hear that. But I would totally. I wish I get the notifications on time so that I could join. But no, so. Wait, what the fuck is that shit? I've been watching these weird ass fucking videos. Can you see? Okay, there we go. I have to add it in. You know what I mean? Shut up, Scum. I meant like Cognizant Sapiens. He goes live. But every time I get the notification, ooh, I bet you're loving that, bro. What do you do there? Don't say the name though, but yeah. Tell me if you guys can hear it.
Videos? Wait. So you mean to tell me that after the raid interrogations, all of a sudden he moved to Egypt and he claimed to be some religious leader? It gets crazier because he was apparently doing some stuff in Jordan, and DAWN recently documented the case of several activists targeted by the GID
I don't know.
that were trying to change the
not
government in Jordan. And guess what? He was one of.
It's to me like he's being funded something and cut him a deal.
I just don't want this.
But then
want this guy to strike me
to see how primed.
Astral away, right?
Yeah, they don't mess around.
Viewing.
You remote viewed Antarctica.
To see how primed we are to accept obvious nonsense.
I'm sure everybody has heard
We don't
about
care.
the concept of remote viewing.
You remote viewed Antarctica yet?
Oh, I have. And that's where another remote viewer kicked me out. Like he found me and I was like,
yeah, they don't mess around there.
They do not mess around there. Just sort of just, floating down this hallway, right, in my astral body. And then there was this really big and like tall and also wide. And he was floating down the hallway towards me. And I was confused because I've never seen another remote viewer. Like I've never been seen before at that point. And so he looks at me and he goes like this and he goes, and he kicks, like pushes me energetically way outside of the base. And I was just confused. And so what I did was I cloaked myself, which essentially is putting like an invisibility cloak around your astral body. And I went back into the base. So I stepped in behind him. And with any remote viewer, you have a grounding cord. And that grounding cord leads the astral body back to the physical body. I followed this guy's grounding cord down the hall, so behind him. And then I went into this tiny room and there was two men in military fatigues. And both of them in these military fatigues were like this. They were slumped over. And so in that moment, I realized, oh, these are their remote viewers. So they're sitting in the base physically, and then they're patrolling the base astrally.
Obviously, this could be completely made up. Everyone has their own opinion on whether or not they think remote viewing is real. Personally, I believe in it. And based on everything that I've read about how it supposedly works, her story does make sense. I'm just saying it doesn't sound like this lady watched a couple of TikTok videos on remote viewing and then made up a story about it.
I love you too, Rapper. I love this kind of stuff. This guy does, his name's Barry Stepp, obviously, and he uploads videos like every day, and it's different crazy videos that he found on the internet, like probably that day, like Careless Kate Ray, gee thanks, pity party. Just kidding, thank you. I don't even know what happened earlier with Scum and Salmon. Like, I honestly, just at this point, I know you did, Scum. I know you did. Let's see here. Let's check out. But I don't want anyone to come up here and do crazy shit. I don't want to have to, like, I don't want to have to control my panel. I don't want to have to... None of that shit. Okay, let me pin the link, though. I'm not fancy over here, so... Yeah, I heard that, but I don't even know. View channel. I don't even know. I'm fucking so beyond. Abyssal Detective? No, what's that? Who's that? Hey, Midnight. No timeouts. Hey, Ken. No, I don't. Oh, is it just a channel? Okay, well, I'm gonna screenshot that so I can check that out. I don't know either. I had clicked out of the live, Sandman's live earlier because I was doing something, and then when I clicked back in later, he was just like, "I can't believe you did that," and I just was just like, I didn't even take the time to. What up, Eldo? I didn't even take the time to to fucking ask because I just, I got my opinion on some things, but I'm just like, whatever. Ooh, that sounds like something I would watch. Yeah, so I screenshot it then so I could play that later. What's up, Eldo? Thank you again for the members. I really appreciate that. And I'm not sure what went on. No, I don't get the head canoe thing either. But yeah, so that was the remote viewing thing.
What I thought was so interesting about this was the concept of the government employing remote viewers to guard local
public libraries before 1958. Here's volume 2 out of the alphabet A. And we're going to flip to the Antarctica, and this is from 1958, as you can see. Now, we're going to flip to the Antarctica and see what the Encyclopedia Britannica from 1958, before the Antarctic Treaty, says is there.
No, I don't have fucking premium and I'm not going to pay for it. Fuck premium. Fuck premium. I'm not going to pay for it. So I don't want to hear it.
Now, you won't find this in the new encyclopedias because the government's banned them. But what I want you to notice right here is, notice how it says,
hush, little baby.
The flights proved inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Take a really, really close look at that. Now I'm going to zoom it in for you. When they return to New Zealand.
That's too smart for me, person, okay? I can't even figure out fucking ChatGPT or how to fucking get those little figurine meme things people are doing, okay? It's too smart for me.
These flights proved the inland areas to be features of the character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Now, if this doesn't make sense to you, let me show you with an image of what a flat earth map would look like. Now, this is what a latitude 80 degrees south would look like on a flat earth map. As you can see, the dome comes down closer to you over the wall, which will be about 13,000 feet. Now, if you go back out into the center of the earth, or up the North Pole, and try to go up to the firmament with a little bit of calculation, it's going to show that it's about 385,500 feet.
I'm sure you do, Chris. You're fucking smart when it comes to that shit. Okay, and I see that acid face. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm kind of glad that this story kind of came up. So I was thinking yesterday, because I was sitting outside, with the sunset setting, and I was thinking, okay, so with the whole debate of like the flat earth thing, I'm not a flat earther, actually. So that's what brings up my next question is, how is it possible for the sun to set and it be darker in some areas and lighter in some areas? Because as a matter of fact, because we were sitting out there and my son looked at me and he goes, "Mom, why is it darker over here but brighter over there?" And I explained to him, because the sun's setting, and then I was like, well, why is, obviously it's being, hidden or, covered as so I was thinking, why is that it's in itself not enough proof that it's not a flat Earth. I don't know. Maybe you know what I'm saying?
Away. It's really, really simple, folks. Now, if you're not familiar with any of this at all, and you're just now new to all this, you could say, well, this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But what you got to ask yourself is, why do all the maps before 1958 show a flat Earth with the ice wall around it and a firmament, a dome? And why does the encyclopedia tell you that there's a dome there, and it gives you the exact height at the certain latitude and longitude? Well, the reason is because in 1958, that's when all governments and all nations of the world signed the UN treaty to ban all civilians from going to the Antarctica. And NASA came in and erased everything, just like they're erasing everything today. So again, ask yourself, if all this existed before 1958, why doesn't it exist now? How come it all of a sudden was erased and just disappeared out of your history books, out of your encyclopedia?
I don't even see subtitles. What do you mean subtitles are Spanish? Is there subtitles? How to fly exactly, person? I don't know. I feel like Earth is shaped like a dome. I'm not British because all. I read it correctly, Ken. I read Aliens.
Encyclopedias out of your libraries. Wake up, people. Wake up.
I spent a great deal of my professional career working in nursing home maintenance. Because of that, I've had a lot of very long, deep, meaningful conversations with the elderly. And I can't tell you how many times I've been told by someone that they were taught in school when they were little that the earth was flat. But then you look online to try to see when they stopped teaching that, and it says that they never taught.
Let me make sure. Okay. What up,
Video
Elder?
has Spanish subtitles, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hear me loud and clear?
I can't see subtitles on the video.
Come on, Amber. You can do better than this, man. Let's do some fuck shit, man. What is this, man? Nobody want to hear about this motherfucking flat earth. You put me to sleep, Amber. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. You know, I'm like trying to not be all up in that fucking crazy shit right now.
Oh, you love it, man. And then I see Kate in chat talk about she sent you people. Like, girl, you don't even like Amber, man.
I know, but that's because she was live. Like, I went there and gave her shit because I was like, supposed to be my time, bitch.
Oh, so you're gonna try to do it? Okay. Damn, that's a horrible time. I just happen to be up. Like, it's 3 a.m. where I'm at.
I know it is a horrible time, but I can't. With everything else going on in my life, I can't literally dedicate a specific time.
Right, and then there's a lot of people. Beta's live too. Fucking Kate, I guess, was live. Who else was live? I think somebody else was live too. Wasn't Sandman live?
He was earlier.
And then Zay and Pez usually go live around this time, or not around here this time, but
yeah, I think
he'll be live. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're gonna try to base your channel off of like National Geographic or some shit?
No, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck comes to mind. Like,
oh, okay.
Like if I'm pissed off at somebody, I'll probably bitch about it, or like today.
Yeah, because you were live yesterday, right?
I was until like 3 a.m. my time, which would probably been like 6 your time.
Damn.
I wasn't expecting to be live that long, but BG joined, Boston joined, Salmon joined. They were all going at it for a while, and yeah. So it kind of just happened to be that long.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know this one's gonna be a boring stream, but I'm just trying to chill because I couldn't be loud over everybody last night because I had to be quiet, and I didn't want to fucking mute anybody because like fuck, it was my first stream back in like a while.
Right. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Been good though.
Yeah, everything's fucking really good.
That's
Like
good.
really good. Like it's fuck, too good almost.
True, man. It happens when you get your shit together, man. Trust me.
I know.
Took me a minute.
Though. Yeah.
I lost everything at one point. Yeah, and that took me a minute. You know.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. I thank God that I didn't get to that level of like losing everything. You know what I mean? But it got to where it wasn't too far away from it. So
Yeah, I lost everything. Shit.
I'm sorry. Have you seen my dog? Some people like to give me shit.
Yeah, I was here. That's when I came in when you showed your what is it, a pug and a chihuahua and shit?
Yeah,
is it a new dog?
I don't know. I've had him for 4.5 years now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I seen him. That motherfucker don't sleep.
Well, he was sleeping, but then I came out in the living room, and so he was like, time to play. And dogs like him are like, they're so wiry dogs. Like, I literally had to do research on him because I was like, what the fuck? He's being weird. I thought he was on crack.
Oh, wow.
But they're just very high energy dogs. I mean, look at him. He won't even hold still. Watch. He won't even hold still. Like,
oh, wow.
He won't even hold still.
So you can't even hold the little motherfucker without him
without him going wild. It's just anytime, ever, all the time. Watch him jump. He usually jumps hella high.
Damn.
Okay. He's not gonna.
Damn, bro. I don't even think I knew. I mean, if you mentioned it, I just wasn't paying attention. But I didn't know you had a dog.
I talk about him every once in a while, but usually when I start talking about him, people are like, "Rest in peace, Ariel."
Oh, right. So you probably like, fucking, I ain't breaking up no dog.
Pretty much.
Well, that's it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up because BG started that shit. You know?
He fucking did start that shit. Little faggot.
Yeah. But it's over with now. I don't hear about it too much now, So.
No, it's usually NorCal. NorCal's usually the one that'll randomly fucking bring that shit up. Pisses me the fuck off. That's why NorCal's one of the 5 people that can trigger me.
You're not that hard to trigger, though.
I mean, yes, to a certain extent, I am. Like, I mean, okay, touche. That's the thing, though. There's some people that know what to say to hella trigger me. So there are some things that send me like 0 to 100 real quick, but for the most part, I let shit go.
Don't let these motherfuckers get to you, man. We're fucking.
I'm not gonna. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? You need to set up that Disney trip. Prove these motherfuckers wrong. Like, look, I made it to Disney.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to go though till way after drug court, and so I've slowly just been putting money away. Like, and I kind of wanted to wait. Like, I was thinking about it, and I kind of wanted to wait till Little Man was a little bit older. Where he could enjoy, enjoy more rides. Because he's not going to be able to do very much there, and I probably will never be able to do it again. So yeah, They all can fuck off, and like, Ron is just a dumbass. I don't even give a fuck. People could just suck a dick.
Right. Nah, Ron irrelevant, man. That motherfucker go to the movies by himself. I mean, I know people do that, but I mean.
Yeah, but nobody would go with him. Like, people go by themselves because they want to. Like, he has to.
Yeah, he a lonely motherfucker. But the thing is, can you imagine him dating somebody the way he is, all like trying to be correct and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Fuck no, dude. Oh my! I guarantee if I was around him, I would be in prison.
Maybe he wants you sexually.
I think so. I think he wants his nuts in my guts.
It could be true.
He's
You still deal with him though? You still deal with him, or what is it in Discord or something that you go back and forth with him?
Sometimes, yeah, but like, or then as soon as he jumps on panel, he'll just fuck because he'll see me in chat, he'll just start talking shit. Like,
right.
He's just a little faggot. He's up a little bit, but I think that's because I've gotten better at being able to turn his own word salad against him.
Right. Yeah, you gotta be careful.
He's fucking stupid. Oh, I can't stand it. He's an ugly motherfucker too. Like I told him, I'm like, man, good thing you make the money you make because it's the only way you're gonna get pussy.
Right, exactly. Hey, bro, I'll be right back. I'm getting a call. Okay.
Okay. All right. I like these streams too. Thank you. Rapper, sure. Eventually, I can step on you. That's what I'm saying though. Like, well, yeah, but I want him to be able to enjoy rides too, Ken. Like he's not tall enough for a lot of rides. I want him to be able to go on more rides too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he would, like, even during sex, he would be like, pay attention, salutes, or you're wrong. Like, I feel like even during sex, he would be arguing with the bitch. I feel like that's how it would be. He's fucking ugly. I mean, like, I respect his confidence. Like, maybe he is a trust fund baby or something. Like, maybe he doesn't even work as hard as he claims he does. Like, maybe he just gets money from his parents because, he talks about his family having money and shit. Like, for someone to be that ugly and have that much confidence, like, he had to have grown up like a spoiled little baby because he is ugly. Like, ugly enough to, like, not be able to go on panel and, like, insult people's looks. Like, that's how ugly he is. I'll make it wet if you know what I mean. Oh my god. Is that War Dog? No, that's not War Dog, but that's so fucking funny. This is a guy named Barry Step, and I love watching his channel. I'll probably tag his channel in the title to give credit to what I'm watching. But he does a lot of cool ass uploads like daily, showing videos, like crazy disturbing videos that he found that day or whatever. I'll check that out. I'm gonna screenshot that so I can remember to look that up later. Yeah, so here, let's play a little bit more until Eldo comes back.
Taught that in schools. Then it goes on to say that the entire world had agreed that the world was a globe pretty much since ancient Greece. Then why?
Okay, just real quick to remind everybody what he was talking about how he used to work in a lot of senior centers, stuff like that, and how he had a lot of in-depth, long conversations with very older people, saying that they used to be taught in school that the Earth was flat. So now he's talking about how he's trying to find out at what point did they quit teaching that in schools.
Why was the entire story that we were told about Christopher Columbus back in grade school all centered around how brave he was because he was the only one who wasn't afraid to fall off the edge of the flat earth? That was quite a long time after ancient Greece. And why did they have this in an encyclopedia in 1958 if they were teaching in all the schools that the earth was a globe already? I'm not convinced that the earth is flat, but they're clearly lying about something here. I'm not certain of what it is yet, but the historical facts that I'm reading are not adding up.
Ron Wyatt dug a 6-inch round shaft tunnel into the side of the arc-shaped formation and claimed to have found petrified animal dung, a deer antler, cat hair, human hair, and other fibers. Metal detector tests taken numerous times over the years all reveal a very distinct organized pattern of metal beneath the surface, which is consistent with the shape of a large ship. Also, 4 intact metal rods have been discovered by the Turkish government, each measuring about 4 feet or 1.2 meters in length. In June of 1991, an interesting object was discovered, which seems to be a large rivet with a washer around it. It was believed to fasten the large timbers of the ark together. An analysis of the rivet object showed it was made of various metals such as titanium, aluminum, iron, and other metals.
I didn't hear, did he say where this was found at? Because I thought they believed they found the ark or the remnants of it, or that they believe it to be the Noah's Ark on the top of some mountain. So I'm going to keep watching.
Metals. Interestingly, just centimeters away from this rivet-shaped object, the soil reveals no minerals of iron or metal.
Yes, ads. I don't fucking care. I'm not getting premium. I already stated this.
Whatsoever.
Some of these fucking games that they show on YouTube ads are annoying as fuck, and I can't even imagine like them being games people play. Anyways.
Now, the Encyclopedia Britannica tells us that because of its chemical activity, aluminum never occurs in the metallic form in nature.
I always get a few upset commenters anytime I post anything about this, saying that the story has been debunked and I need to quit posting about it. This has not been debunked. Some experts who think that they're smarter than everybody else have decided that it's not worth the effort to look into it. That's not debunking anything. There are still enough people convinced with the evidence that they've gathered from the area just so far that there are still constantly new expeditions being put together for people to go there and try to gather more clues. And they may very well dig that entire mountain up one day and find nothing under there but a gigantic sinkhole. But why not keep investigating it? What if they dig it up and there's actually a boat down there? What if there's undeniable evidence down there proving it is the actual Noah's Ark? I think even a man who doesn't believe in God would like to be made aware if there's physical evidence that would prove his existence.
Did you know that we've been completely lied to about the way our hearts actually work? Because if people found out the power of this magnet that is inside of us, they could not only pull any person towards them, but they could pull any experience, any dream that they want would just magnetize towards them. People would be too powerful. See, we were taught and conditioned to believe that the heart is just a physical pump, pumping blood into our body, but this is not the truth. The heart is actually an electromagnetic coil that can be unfolded, but they don't want you to see this image right here, and that's why it's so hard to find on Google. And this is not just me making this up. Scientists have actually measured that our hearts produce a significant electromagnetic field with each contraction due to the coordinated depolarization of myocytes, producing a current flow that extends outside of the body. Almost everything that modern science and the school system teaches us is true about our bodies and the way we work.
That's what I'm saying. This guy finds the craziest videos. I like this guy's videos.
Is a complete lie to mask our true potential and what we are as energetic beings. Our hearts are not just pumps.
I keep forgetting to tell Crackadonna to check this out to see what his opinion on it.
Our hearts are electromagnetic coils that pull energy through us that will either magnetize experiences, people towards us, or deter them away. Reality you experience is determined by how much love you radiate outwards for the life that you currently live. And most people today, because they work jobs, because they're out of alignment with what they love, their passion, they're in service to themselves, not to the world, therefore in a perpetual downward spiral and not living their dream life.
I think this is a really interesting idea. I know we have an electromagnetic field around us, but this magnetic energy he's talking about how we push or pull certain things to attract certain experiences or people to us, maybe this explains why it feels like there's a shift happening, like changes in the air. A lot more people are paying attention to how.
Come on, person, you don't think that this is like a thing? I mean, does it not make sense? Like people talk about energies and like the law of attraction and like how there's so much to our body that we still don't fully understand. Like all these theories or conspiracy theories that were, around in the 70s and 80s that people thought were crazy or, unfathomable. And then here we are in the 90s, 2000s, 2025, and we're finding out that, oh, some of this shit was right. Like, well, this guy is just finding videos. This guy just finds the videos and then comments about them. Like, he doesn't, always believe like what people are talking about. I don't know, person. That's above my pay grade. 1 second.
How we're being controlled than ever before. People are waking up en masse. Maybe that infectious feeling in the air is the electromagnetic fields of millions of people who suddenly woke up and found hope and started attracting this positive energy toward themselves. Maybe it has absolutely nothing to do with that, but it's an interesting idea.
A Russian scientist thinks he might have found the elixir of life.
It has a mechanism to prolong life. And taking into account the amount, the periods of time, forever. It has a mechanism to live forever.
In 2009, Dr. Anatoly Bruzhkov discovered a strain of bacteria in the sun.
What do you guys think about living forever?
Siberian permafrost. The bacteria, which was named Bacillus F, was 3.5 million years old and still alive in the permafrost. And he did what any sensible person would do. He injected it straight into his veins. Dr. Bruzhkov finished sequencing the Bacillus F gene code in 2015. By then, he had made another interesting discovery, that not only did the bacteria seem to be immune to aging, but they had a life-extending effect on every organism that it touched. When injected with it, female mice would continue to reproduce well into their old age. Crops exposed to it were more fast-growing and frost-resistant. The people of this town are even known to live longer, and they think it's because the Bacillus F is leaking into their water supply. To test the longevity effect firsthand, Dr. Bruzhkov then decided to inject himself with this ancient bacterium. It worked so...
That seems a little crazy. I don't know, guess again, that's above my pay grade. I have no clue.
So well on Bruzhkov that his colleagues started calling it the elixir of life. 2 years after the injection, he reported needing far less sleep and feeling way more fulfilled on the shorter amount of sleep. He would work way longer hours without feeling cognitive decline or any tiredness whatsoever.
And to tell the truth, after I took it, I never had the flu for 2 years, at least for 2 years. So any cold, any type of the cold.
Whether it is an elixir of life or a strong placebo, Bacillus F is actually one of many strains of miracle bacteria found in the frozen tundra of Siberia. Another ancient Siberian species can apparently convert petroleum molecules into water, proving a potential solution for cleaning up oil spills.
Welcome to the State of Survival Ocean Shelter, the safest place to be. Forget normal houses, fancy RVs, or rafts.
I think I'm going to wait until the clinical trials come out on this one. And I'm not trying to be mean here or anything, but whenever I close my eyes and picture what I would imagine a man in good physical health would look like, he doesn't look anything like that guy. And he may feel like he can work a little bit longer and needs a little less sleep than he used to. But there are a million other factors that could have played into those improvements. With as many benefits as they've claimed to have found in mice, though, they should probably look into doing some human trials. This sounds way more promising than some petroleum-based pharmaceutical they concocted in a lab. I have a feeling there's probably a natural, straight-from-the-earth treatment for almost any ailment a human could have. Just look at how they use a horse or a lamb to create anti-venom for snake bites. There's probably a natural solution out there to everything if we just took the time to find it.
I met Dr. Henri Kawanda,
Now, Dr. Kawanda is known as the father of fluid dynamics. He had over 500 patents on the way fluids flow around objects. He had flying saucers, literally things that levitate by using air flowing over a surface, but with no moving parts.
So these two guys from a Pentagon think tank think they may have worked out the fountain of youth, where it is, what it is, and how it works. When you look into the science behind it, you can see that this is most definitely something.
He built the world's first snowmaking machine that turns liquid water into ice by passing it through a special nozzle that he developed. And so he was 80 when I met him, 17. We were working at a Pentagon think tank. He had a birthday party. And a few days later, he called me into his office and he said, Patrick, I want to share something with you that I've worked on all my life for 60 years. I will not complete this project in my lifetime, but I feel that you will. So I'm going to give you my lifelong project, which has to do with finding the fountain of youth. Because he said there really is a fountain of youth. He said water is the most important nutrient that we put into our bodies and is most ignored. And he said that water all over the world is different. Best water in the entire world was found in a place called Hunza up north of Pakistan. And he said that the properties of Hunza water, which had what he called anomalous properties, were such that if I could build a machine to duplicate those properties, profoundly affect the entire world. And so he gave me his research, and I began my lifelong quest for Hunza water, for the properties of it. And so I began researching water, and I tested every kind of energy field that you can imagine, trying to change ordinary water into Hunza water. Finally, after almost 30 years, discovered the real secret of Hunza water was a special mineral found in the water, a special kind of colloidal mineral, which gives it all of these anomalous properties.
I mean, tell me you guys don't think this channel is interesting. Like, I love it. And it's all different types of videos. It's not even just about this kind of stuff. Sometimes there's creepy videos. Sometimes there's other types of videos. Like, this just happens to be like a more science-y one. Right, Ken?
Finally duplicated it after a period of a few years, and came up with a product called Crystal Energy, which was the very first development in this field. And from that developed a dry powder mineral called microcluster powder. And this is all nanotechnology. These minerals are very, very small. They're perfectly spherical. They're about 5 nanometers in diameter. Very unusual properties. One of these properties is they can...
It's like Inception, because he's content farming and I'm farming his content farming, right?
Nutrients and protect the nutrients from oxidative damage. They can help carry nutrients into the body so that the body can absorb more of those nutrients. I was reading some work by Albert Szent-Györgyi, a Nobel Prize winner in chemistry for metabolism for metabolic research, who he also discovered vitamin C. That's also his claim to fame. All the food we eat ultimately breaks down into hydrogen, which is burned by oxygen, creating energy that powers our body. And the end result of that long biochemical process is the production of water and the release of energy, which runs our bodies. And the second thing that he said is that no electron moves in the body unless it's coupled to hydrogen. In college chemistry textbooks, it shows electrons somehow mysteriously entering into a chain of chemical reactions in the body without explaining where the electrons come from or how they're transported. When Szent-Györgyi said that electrons cannot be transported without hydrogen, I became very excited. And the other thing that he said is that all living systems store hydrogen in their tissues in such a way that it doesn't require enzyme action to release the hydrogen. The other thing is that he gave a chemical reaction that was done in the early 1920s and published in medical journals for measuring hydrogen in biological tissues. And when I looked at the chemical reaction, I realized that there was only one form of hydrogen that would react that way as an indicator, and that was H- or negatively ionized hydrogen. That's hydrogen with an extra electron. I then developed a number of instruments for measuring hydrogen, something called photon detachment, I used the chemical test that Albert St. Georgie used, and also redox meter similar to what you've seen so far.
When I think about how I divide my time, it's very carefully. I'm Alex Diaz. I'm a professional marketer in Seattle.
That meter that Dr. Higgins has shown you.
This one's kind of cool, but I like the other ones better. This one's getting boring. I don't even know what that is. Man, you guys are just full of awesome information. Way above my pay grade. I want to find... I'm going to find a better video from him. Okay. Okay, I'm done with that shit. Well, there's clearly more drama going on right now that people would rather watch and join. Yes, it is. It is very unstable. But I wanted to find a better video. How did I do that? Oh yeah, right here. Let's see. Barry Step. I love watching his videos. They're pretty cool. Shit, he does a lot of fucking episodes. Okay, this was a pretty interesting one. Okay. We're going to share this one. That's what I'm saying, Ken. That's why I... person.
Desperate cries for help. As they opened the door, they found a wooden box, and inside a
Welcome to the channel, everybody. Let's get after it.
They were exploring an abandoned house when something chilling happened from one of the rooms. They heard screams, desperate cries for help. As they opened the door, they found a wooden box, and inside a terrified girl.
I told you there was a room in there. It's not a prank, Sam. Hello? There's a box. Hello?
She had been locked inside for hours, with no clothes on. Possibly her ex-boyfriend had trapped her there. It was real. It was disturbing, and it could have ended much worse.
Why are you in a box? No? Huh? Someone's put her in a box. Someone put you in this box?
That's Sam Pepper.
We need to get around to Lewis. Right, okay, 1 second. Yeah, alright, we're trying to smash the lock off, don't worry. I don't think it's going to work.
I don't know how to feel about this one.
Why have you got someone in a box? Seriously? Right, done it. Okay. Seriously? Oh my god.
My only thing about this one is like, why'd they have a screwdriver? I mean, I guess they're urban explorers and they might need it, but like, why'd they have a screwdriver? I hope I'm in your will, Ken. But that's funny.
Mark, have you got anything further to wear? What happened?
Someone took me.
took you and put you in a box.
Yeah.
Where are your clothes? Say again. Say again.
He made me straight, but he took him.
But they're in this building.
I don't know. He's gone. He took him.
Where the camera was. Did you have a camera with you?
I did. But
It was yours. We've got it. We've got it. Sam, give me the camera. Go and look for some clothes. Go and look for some clothes.
Son of a bitch. I swear. I swear, because I'm not gonna get. I said because I'm not gonna get YouTube streaming.
This has to be
premium.
fake.
It's
Not one person thought to get law enforcement involved. If I found myself in a situation like this, I'd be headed back to the car and waiting for the cops to show up. What if that girl was put there as a trap? What if her buddies are waiting in the next room to jump you while you're fidgeting with the lock? I don't really see a lot of common sense being used in this video. I'm sure that things like this have happened when people were urban exploring before, but this feels like a setup.
So you saw the Bieber Instagram pictures, right? I got a lot of unrelated things to show you. Come right back to this and many others. But quick recap, Bieber posted these containers, these shipping containers that people know all about, along with a picture of him when he was young, almost probably when he got in time of the industry. By the way, did no one notice the baby right under the containers? Crazy. And then he posted this right here. I think this is the biggest part with what I'm about to show you, but he said, I remember we're all being made to think that we are enough. I still hate when I changed myself to please people. And by the way, these posts are happening while Biebs is acting sketchy. So why is it the whole music industry uses shipping containers for music videos? That question does not really have to be asked in 2025, does it? If we're going further, it's all satire. The song titles will help make sense. Rumor, and the one I was playing at the beginning of the video, is called All Hands on Deck, but wait till we break down the stuff right here. By the way, you got the All Hands on Deck thing, right? So Bieber is talking about how we change for people. Listen to what she says in this exact video. The old her is unalived and gone. You know, with the industry, they do these rituals where you unalive the old self. But why would they do that? Also, why are all the dancers in every single video in the containers? Even Kendrick's not like us. Shipping containers. Everything is very carefully planned out. So when you think about shipping containers, you think about all the nefarious things, all the rumors and all the allegations, right? But you don't really understand just how wicked it is. What is right behind her? If you look at the way they line up the string, it's actually two things at the same time. One is a pentagram for their god, Baphomet, but also something else too. It's the predator symbol for one of these cults. Why do they have a symbol for predator inside of the shipping containers? Even more so, what is right by her foot? You really can't tell me that's someone laying down their knees up in there in a bag. They all go through major demonic changes at this part in their career. That's why they all go to the shipping yard. Everything is right in front of your face all the time. Has been for decades, and they do that because they know that most y'all will not see it. By the way, this is entertainment and satire. I'm just being stupid. What happens in the shipping containers is beyond your worst nightmare. Like, I get it. You think you know, right? But you don't really know until you see it. And trust me, there are videos out there, and you don't want to see them, because something like that will make you lose sleep for weeks. So why do you put these up? I think the bigger question is, why did whoever runs his page put it up? Because that's really what you need to be asking yourself.
I think Justin Bieber is battling the entire music industry right now, or the entire entertainment industry for that matter. And he may be making these posts as a sort of a veiled threat. A post that says, like, hey, y'all better back off. I could post the details of your entire shipping container operation and blow your entire business up. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't think he's up to anything nefarious. I have a feeling that Justin Bieber is actually a fairly decent guy, and they tried to corrupt him from an early age and it just didn't stick. Now they have a problem because this super famous guy who knows all their industry secrets wants to step away from their control, and they don't know what to do about it. I bet he's putting some people in a really difficult position. Hopefully he doesn't end up like so many other celebrities who tried to stand up against this system. I think the best thing he could do is just go hold a press conference or something and start talking to the media. At least then it would be somewhat pointless to silence him.
I'm sure you know dolphins communicate using sonar, but a cross-section of that sonar is a cymatic pattern, like this. That's their letters. That's how they write. Now, what I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. This is the cymatic pattern of a dolphin communicating with its trainer. This is a frozen cross-section of that. Now, if we enhance that and remove the noise around it, we can see a picture of the man in front of the dolphin communicating with the dolphin. Now, not only that, this is a frozen cross-section of how they communicate with each other. The next one is a whale's frozen cross-section of their cymatic pattern. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is a crop circle found in England. And not only is this cool because it's a crop circle, but the inside of the crop circle looks pretty similar to a cymatic pattern.
3 signs your car
Holy
accident
shit.
is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently,
pretty wild.
I swear, because I said fuck YouTube Premium, now they're putting in a shit ton of fucking ads because they're listening.
I just wanted to show this to everybody. I think this is so freaking cool. I know some of the people who don't have an internal dialogue have claimed that they think in the form of images. Maybe that's the way a dolphin thinks as well, since they speak in images. I just wonder how that gets processed in the brain, since they also have eyes and can see what they're looking at before they bounce that echo off of it. The complexity involved in a system like that functioning cohesively is mind-blowing to me. Think of the level of information their brain must be taking in. Think of the necessary processing power for something like that. Dolphins may be much smarter than they want us to believe. Now it's kind of making sense why they don't want us talking to them. Hey, don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my merch store at berry-step.com.
I'll watch out for these holes in the floor right here. You don't want to be falling through. What is this? What the hell? That scared me. What, there's quite a lot of pigeons in here.
This one freaks me the fuck out.
Guys, I am so nervous.
I almost want to
Nervous
fast
right
forward
now.
it because I'm sitting out here by myself.
So not doing this on my own again. How many of you guys would come into a place like this on your own?
I'm definitely not going to watch this one. I'm going to cover the screen. Yeah, me, I grunted. But this one freaks me the fuck out.
There's all sorts of noises in here, but I'm putting it down to the pigeons. What are up in the roof? There's quite a lot of furniture what's been left and stuff. Oh wow, check that over there. We've even got a christening pot right there. Just think people would have been christened here.
You got to show me your face before I'm going to pull you on, because I know everyone's been getting porn bombed.
There.
Thank you.
Hey, Amber.
Oh,
How you
hi.
doing?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I was wondering if you'd recognize the name or not. I know you probably. I don't know if you've ever seen my face or not. No, you have.
I barely saw it, but it was just enough. Because most crazy trolls will, come up as a name they recognize, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm not here to play along. I'm just here for a chat.
Right on. I was just.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Ironically, before I tried to join your panel, I tried to join your good friends panel, and I mean, I'm joking. It was Alex. We don't have no beef, but I think she holds some grudge against me when it comes to Tommy. I don't know what exactly it is, but whatever it is, I hope she gets over it. But yeah, so I saw you were live. No, I know. I was just giving a preset of well, I've been there and now I'm here. So,
right on.
Yeah.
No,
so what are you doing? What are you watching?
I'm watching just this channel that shows crazy ass videos.
What is it, ghost videos or something?
Some of them are, yeah.
So do you believe in ghosts?
I do, and it's gonna terrify the fuck out of me. Yeah.
So, what if? I used to believe in ghosts, and I even thought when I was younger I saw a ghost. But like as I processed it when I got older, I've come to like the belief system. Like, 'cause I mean, I don't think that like when you die that like like that it's just like blackness. I obviously I do have a religious belief. I identify as Christian, but like I don't believe in ghosts. But here's the thing where like to me where logically ghosts would make sense, and it's if all right the way we picture time, right? Like when you think about it, you think of like kind of like a timeline, right, from left to right. To me, to make ghosts actually like logical, it would make sense to me if time isn't linear, but everything that's happening is happening all at once, past, present, and future. And the explanation of the ghost, to me, that would be like a thinning of the veil, and what people see as ghosts are actually like I would say like they're seeing into like people like for instance that go to like Civil War reenactments in Pittsburgh, right? Or Pennsylvania, wherever the hell it was, like Gettysburg, wherever it was held, and they see soldiers and stuff. I don't think that they're actually seeing like the spirits of people. I think they're like seeing a thinning of the veil of what like really was going on. Because again, if everything's happening all at once, past, present, and future, then not only is time not linear, but it would be stacked on top of each other. You see what I'm saying?
So what's you're saying what where we're at now was that past future. So we're watching the past become our present.
Well, what I'm saying is no. What I'm saying is like okay, the Civil War is happening. Like everything that can and will happen is all happening at the same time. That's what I'm saying. So like, and I feel like when it comes to like stuff like and Gettysburg is just an example of such, of when people see like soldiers and stuff. I don't think they're seeing ghosts more than they're seeing the thinning of the veil, and they're actually witnessing like kind of getting a glimpse into the past.
No, I understand that. But the thing is us having information of it having already happened. It's just like a constant. You mean like?
Yeah, like I mean, I can't obviously. I don't know how it would work on like a repeating aspect, but I would assume if I'm going to believe time isn't linear and it's stacked, like okay, instead of looking at it from left to right, imagine it like a hamburger. You see what I'm saying? Like the bottom bun is the past, the burger would be present, and the top bun.
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
So, like, I don't know if it's necessarily repeating itself more than it's just like again, like it's just going. Everything's going at once. So it could be a loop of some sort, I guess.
Interesting.
Like, I actually haven't put too much thought into that side of the thinking about it. So I have to get back to you on that. But like. But like that to me would explain like ghost, because like I don't know if you've looked into like poltergeist activity, but there's a huge connection between teenage girls that have just came into womanhood and poltergeist activity, and I definitely believe that like we are, instead of like a lot of people think that we're reactive to the world. But I actually think it's more of we're proactive and the world reacts to us. I don't believe in like the idea of like if I think it'll come true type deal. But I do think that like we have more influence on the things that go around us, like poltergeist activity. For example, when there's heightened emotions and stuff, that energy goes somewhere. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think it can manifest in what people would think is what they would call poltergeist activity. Now, whether that's because humans naturally somehow possess some kind of ESP type thing, or we just haven't tapped in, I can't answer that part. But it just I don't know. It's just something that's always bounced to my head. It's like
it's intense and it scares the shit out of me, and so yeah. Probably because
so what's more scary? The thought that ghosts are real, or that they might not be?
I mean, that they're real.
Now, have you ever had like a friend or a loved one that was like, yo, when I die, I'm going to make sure you know 100%. I'm going to come back and haunt your ass. And play
Yeah,
jokes.
my old man says it to me all the fucking time.
Okay, well, I had a friend when he was 21, he died of brain cancer. And he used to always joke, you know, like before like the brain cancer came back, like if I die, I'm going to prank you guys, yada, yada, yada. He's been dead for over 20 years, not a single prank has happened. So,
that you're aware of.
No, I'm pretty sure if it was from him, like especially the way that he was, like he was one of the people that like I'm gonna make it well known. So
Okay, so my mom, so my grandmother passed away when I was really young, right? And so my mom was convinced that anytime she found a dime or a penny together, like randomly, that it was her mom saying hi. And so when my mom got sick with cancer, we talked about how instead of it being a dime and a penny, you know, if I find a dime, you know, randomly, I know it's you like saying hi. And I've had a couple instances where it's like, all right, well, the other day I had vacuumed the whole living room carpet. And then I literally put the vacuum cleaner away and turned around and there was a dime in the middle of the carpet.
I mean, I think that's a very a beautiful thing that you have with your mother, and you know, also I don't want to shatter really any belief system that you have in that. But I mean, like if I was in your situation like that, like because of like the probability of a coin, like not getting picked up or it just randomly being on the ground, that would be more what I lean to. I'm a person who believes in the idea of Occam's razor. Are you familiar with that way
No.
of thinking?
No.
Okay. Occam's razor is the idea that the most probable answer is usually the answer. Like for instance, let's say you have a closet, right? And you hear a bang in the closet. Now that bang could be a monster, but it also might be your cat.
What if you don't have a cat?
Well, I mean, obviously in this situation you'd have a cat. So
Okay.
so what I'm getting at is if you apply Occam's razor to the situation, the more probable answer in that scenario is it a monster or is it your cat? It's most likely your cat.
Well, I mean, I think that's just thinking logically or with common sense. I don't even think there needs to be like a way of thinking with that. However, the logical thing in that situation I explained is I literally just vacuumed the floor. And even if the vacuum cleaner didn't suck up the dime, it's not a shitty vacuum cleaner. And I would have heard the dime, like it would have tried to pick it up and shoot it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like I literally...
But what if the dime had been like stuck to your foot or something and you didn't realize? I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying, you know, is that a possibility?
I mean, the dime would have had to have been stuck to my foot the whole time I was vacuuming.
I mean,
and then
the probability isn't that
coincidentally
crazy.
falling off my finger or falling off my foot right around the time of me finishing vacuuming. I understand what you're saying.
You know, and again, I don't want to destroy that. If you feel that's a connection with your mother, you know, because we all have our loved ones and we want to communicate. So I'm not trying to destroy that in any means. If you think that was your mom talking, then you know, please don't,
and I understand that. You're not destroying anything like that. Like obviously, logically, like a dime isn't just gonna fall out of the middle of fucking, you know, of the sky. But it's just, it was still weird. It was odd, and even if there was a reasonable explanation for it, it was enough of a coincidence or an incident for me to be like, oh, hi, mom. You know what I mean? Like.
No, I get it, and I guess like, I mean, you know, like I said, if that's the signs that come, you know, cool. But like for me, it's just I've had a lot of like, you know, loved ones die, and, you know, and always wish, you know, including my grandfather, you know, that they come back, and I personally never gotten it. So like that's just how I live. but I'm not, I'm not saying, like there's things that's happened. Like for instance, when I used to live in low income housing, me and my wife, right? There was one time we were talking in the living room, and then all of a sudden like, we hear this shatter in the kitchen. And we're both like, "What the fuck was that?" And we go out in the kitchen, and there's a plate just shattered right on the ground. And the crazy part about this is the cupboard that the plate were kept in, like it was only open like barely open, like definitely not enough for a plate to come out of it, let alone fly out of it the way this one did. That's something I can't explain how it happened. I mean, obviously, if I was doing the most practical thing, I'd be like, well, maybe the plate just slipped. But again, when I look, given what I remember about the scene, there was just no plausible way I could see a plate doing that. Does that mean that it didn't happen and maybe, the cover kind of from the force of it, like came closer to being shut? Possible. But either way, that's definitely something I can't explain. And it was kind of weird. But like, I don't see that as a sign of anything. You know what I mean? I can say that there's weird things that happen. I will give you that.
I mean, low income housing, the fucking house is probably sinking into the ground and tilted.
No. Where I live, it wasn't that at all. I mean, for sure, like most low income housing, it wasn't kept up the greatest, but it definitely wasn't like dilapidated. But yeah, that was probably like the weirdest thing that's happened in many years for me. So, but what was the video about? Like, was it just talking about ghosts or like?
Well, it's just showing random stuff, like random disturbing videos that he came across on the internet, and this is like one of someone exploring like an abandoned building by himself. But I've seen half this video, and so the video the part that it was showing I've seen before, and it scared the fuck out of me. And I'm sitting out in the living room by myself, so it was kind of like, But you want me to play it?
I mean, if you want, I don't mind. Do you mind us conversating during it, or like you pretty like into this that you just want to?
I don't mind either way. I don't mind either way. I don't mind talking. Like, I don't mind chatting and having an opinion.
I'd like to kind of catch up with you because, like, the last I knew about you, like you would, like it was when your stuff came out about like the meth or whatever.
Yeah.
But, are you doing better now?
Oh yeah, I'm doing way better.
That's great.
Way
great.
better. I'm almost a year clean and working full time.
Congratulations.
Going to school. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah,
You
life's
definitely
going
sound a lot calmer.
I am a lot calmer, and everyone's sleeping, so I have to be quiet. But I'd like to think I'm a lot calmer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my wife's still up, but I do think my grandbaby is definitely sleeping.
Yeah, my kid and my old man are sleeping. Like, I was up till like 4 a.m. last night because I went live because it was like the only time I can go live with all my other responsibilities going on, and then my panel got pretty crazy last night. But I was actually going to be ending probably here soon, but just because it's fucking late and I probably shouldn't stay up till 4 a.m. when I have to be up with my kid at fucking 8.
I feel like it's actually I'm on the East Coast, so it's 4 a.m. for me right now.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night,
Oh yeah, no, exactly. I mean,
I'm having a couple drinks, so.
I mean, if you can, fuck yeah, do it. Sorry, I keep yawning.
That's fine.
Ken's like, I remember this guy. I don't know who else is live. What's Alex doing? Is she being all crazy?
No, she was talking to Mr. Big Pipes. She's drinking too. Like when I tried to come in, she said something about like I don't know if it's because I'm cool with Tommy, but she was like, "Yo," she made it clear she's not mad at me, but she's like, "You need to go back to the Juggalos." And I'm like, Alex, yes. I don't even consider myself a Juggalo anymore. Like, come on.
That's funny. She does that. It's probably not even just with Tommy. It's probably with quite a few people.
Yo, how do I find your channel? I'm trying to find it because my wife wants to watch, and I can't find your damn channel.
How did you find my channel?
I'm subbed to you.
Oh, it's just
I
it's
typed
an
in Amber 888 or 488.
it's the number 4 for the A.
Oh, that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it should come up.
Yeah, it should come up now.
There you go. Check that.
I know a lot of people think, yeah, it's just Amber, but so because there's another person that is Amber 4H that is like, I don't know if she's like a gamer or something, and
No,
so
yeah, I saw that actually.
yeah, whenever people look up Amber 4H's, it goes to that, so I just changed the A to a 4 so it's easier to find me.
So, are you still at it with Controller? Because last time I knew you guys weren't getting along, or has things calmed down with you guys?
With Control.
What is he doing out here?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm talking to my old man.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know if anyone's in chat. I'll check chat. I don't see anyone. Oh.
I don't know. Me and her kind of have issues, but yeah.
You and Controller still have issues?
Yeah, because I'm opinionated.
I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah, but she don't like that.
I mean, I think, especially, you know, I mean, also, I don't stream no more. And I hop on panels every once in a while. Like, this is probably the first time I've hopped on a panel. Other than, like, tonight. I actually went live for a little bit myself just to see if anyone would actually join or watch. But, like, everyone's opinionated, you know? And I definitely noticed, too, like, because I mean, I do watch some things. Like, I'm not too up to date with everything that's happened with you, but like, or even Controller for that matter. Like, I spend a lot of time watching Locale Live, honestly, now these days. But like, as a viewer, I've noticed, like, from watching numerous streamers, that all streamers, like, especially people that stream constantly, they're pretty heavily opinionated.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
You know, so.
But you know how she can be when you aren't aligned with her opinion. I mean, most of them are, like you said, they get it. Yeah.
Me and Controller have had an interesting relationship over the years. Like, you know, I don't have no issues with Controller at all. I haven't talked to her in a while, but like, there's definitely no issues, no, like, nothing there. But like, you know, I definitely know, like, from back in the day, I definitely bumped heads with her a few times. We definitely didn't start out as friends, so I get it. You know, you both. The problem I think is you both are like hard-headed. You don't want to budge, especially like when you're like offended or mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's no fault of you guys' own because you're females. Females are naturally emotional. You know what I'm saying? Did I lose you?
No, you didn't. But I was just talking to my old man.
Yeah. Tell him I said, "What's up? You don't gotta worry about me. I got an old lady. I ain't here to flirt."
Oh no, he's fine. He thinks I should be in bed right now, but he's more like, "What's the dog? What's the dog running around for?" But he's awesome. He's fine. He just thinks I should be in bed. But you're okay. I told him that you said hi.
Do you didn't you yard sale? Do you still do that?
No, I don't do that anymore. No, I mean, I still like sometimes like checking out like the antique sections at like garage sales and yard sales and stuff like that. But no, I don't have time to do that anymore.
See, I've been getting into it, like, because you want to know a little secret, at least what's been good for me? Video games. Like, if you got enough like money, like, and you see like people that got like, you know, like old video games, like PlayStation 3, you know, Nintendo, all those old like systems, like, and you just like offer them $1 to buy them all, because that's pretty much what like a video game place like GameStop would give them. More times than not, people, if you buy the whole lot, you know, they'll give it to you for $1 a piece, and the returns can be quite well, you know.
No, they can be. Like, had some PlayStation games, PlayStation 1 games that I sold for like $10 a piece.
Yo, I got a couple. All right, because I got a business partner on this side adventure. He bought a bunch of old there was like a Digimon game and like a Pokemon game. Them shit's going for like $35-$40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of that shit's like going good. Okay, do you remember Carmen Sandiego that computer game, Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, of course. I used to play it when I was a kid. 100%.
I have like 10 of those discs.
You know, I think I don't know how much that would be for the average gamer, but like for any grandparent or like, you know, people around like mine, I'm 40, that like are into video games, that would definitely be probably something that'd be a little nostalgic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And like, I
Well,
haven't
have you sold any
walked
of
in.
them yet?
No, I haven't wanted to. I've been hanging on to them. I haven't even looked up how much they're worth. Like,
The way I like to do things, like if I'm not 100% sure, is I'll look them up on eBay and then I'll just tag it. So when I see like recent sales or
I don't like
other things
eBay.
with
I don't like to look up prices on eBay because it's not what the value of the item actually is.
Well, the key to eBay is you don't look at what people are selling it for. You look at for what it's already sold for.
That's my point. So like that, it doesn't show actual like value or worth of an item. It just means somebody didn't realize what they had and just got rid of it for that price.
I mean, yes and no, because like you can gauge, like especially like if it's a popular thing, like for instance, because I've done it with basketball cards, right? Before, you can definitely gauge like the average price. In fact, with most sports cards, eBay is actually what dictates the price. It used to be a magazine called Beckett, but it's now eBay.
No, it's eBay because they go by the lowest price that somebody sold the item for. But like I'm telling you, it doesn't actually show the value. Like that's why pawn places, that's what they do. They go on eBay to find out the lowest price that the item is sold for, and then that's what they'll offer you for whatever it is that you take in there. That's why they don't go by any other value. They just go by the lowest
yeah.
price.
Well, but that's different because what they're doing is they're trying to find the sale of the lowest price and then give you that while ignoring all the high sales that way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Which that to them is them just trying to pull a quick one. That still doesn't mean like for instance, if I was still say I'm selling a Mario game, right? And I see that like for the last 6 months, any Mario that was like mine sold for, let's say, like anywhere between $8 to $15, right? I'm gonna market if there's like 6 of them that went for 15, I market for 12.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And like when, like I said, when you're getting games $1 a piece, like all it takes is a couple games that like I said that are worth 30, 40, and you pretty much everything after that's profit.
No, exactly. Well, most of the shit I got for free anyways. So
That's even better. Freemium is the best price of all.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's not too bad.
So did you go? Was it more lawn like? Would you go to lawn sales like when the lawn sales were done and just like they're like, I don't want this shit, just take it?
It just depended. I would go to like swap meets or yard sales or find a crackhead that's just trying to sell something cool they have for cheap, so they could get more money, drugs. Like it was a little bit.
No,
of everything.
that's the one thing about when you were in your meth days. Definitely, like I know from my using days, like I remember buying an Xbox back in the day, right? When they were like brand new. I got an Xbox for $15.
Yeah, see, that's fucking great. I know my ex literally got a whole ass car for like an 8-ball.
Yo, I had a guy that I used to plug like back in the day. Like I'd sell like weed and shit. He gave me a brand ass new TV. Because he worked for a big hotel chain. And they just had a shit ton of them that they just like had. Like it's an Insignia TV or some shit, like smart TV. Like I was like, hell yeah, like Like I think it was like a 50-inch maybe. I don't fucking know. It's a big TV, but I got that for free, and that was pretty dope, you know. And that was
Yeah.
just based on because he was he'd come up here for work and stuff, and and he'd just come to me for weed. And
Yeah, it's just like a little homie hookup type thing. Yeah.
yeah. But like 100%, I will say like some of the best deals I ever came across was from people that were looking to get a fix quick, and they had shit. And hell, I've even in my junkie days, like I wasn't the type that would rob or steal. I either hustled or I sold my shit. Like I remember once I sold a digital camera that I had that was worth like at the time like around like $900, and I traded it for like 4 Oxy 80s.
Goddamn.
Yeah. I mean that that camera would probably still do all right today. I mean our some of our cell phone cameras are probably stronger, but still like to have a camera that's like from the early 2000s that could like even compete with any kind of camera today would be nuts. But I mean I can't remember like the megapixels, but I could be wrong. It might be like 2015 it was still competed. Regardless, this was 2003, 2004 when I did that. Like,
yeah, I know exactly what I'm saying. You do crazy shit when you're fucking on one,
Well, when you're sick, like that's the one thing I don't like. I'm pretty sure, like with meth usage, like meth heads don't get sick like people that are on other drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, well,
dope
no,
or heroin.
not to the extent that you guys do. Like
you might get irritable, but you're not puking and like
no,
and the worst part, Amber, is when like it's one thing to have like when you've had the flu and you're just like oh fuck imagine feeling that, knowing that all you need is just a couple pills and you might not get high, but you won't be sick. Like
yeah, it sucks.
That's opiate addiction in a nutshell.
No, it's horrible. I'm glad I never got into that shit. I've never done anything like that.
If you don't mind me asking, what got you into meth? Is it just was it the thrill of being able to stay awake?
And
the energy that it gives?
Well, for a while it did like that, but then after a while it was kind of just like I don't know, because like I just did it because I could. Like I didn't even do it till I was like 21. Like
yeah, was it like an ex-boyfriend that got you into it or something?
Kind of, yeah. Like it was kind of like we're just partying. It was my 21st birthday.
And you're like, fuck it, I'll try.
Yeah. And even then, I haven't done it. It was not like a solid since I was 21. Like there were several years that I didn't do it, even throughout my whole usage.
So now that we're like, obviously, you're through all the days of, trying to tell the internet I'm not using meth when you know that you were using meth.
Yeah.
Like, how long would you say was your longest period of use? Like,
someone asked me that the other day. I'd say probably 4.5 years.
Damn.
5 years roughly, because like I was pregnant and had my kids, and then I just
What do you think it was like? Did you have like postpartum depression that maybe made you? No. Yeah.
Nope.
Or was it just? I'm assuming, like, because I'm just assuming. So correct me. I would assume that, especially as like an early mother, I'm probably assuming you didn't breastfeed if you were.
I didn't use while I was pregnant, and I didn't use for long after giving birth, because I breastfed a little bit. I didn't produce, so I had to like pump, but I wanted my kids to get that clostridium.
Yeah. Well, as long as I think it's like as long as they get it for the first 2 weeks, you're pretty much in the clear.
Well, I made sure to do it for the first few months, but it was quite some time after each kid that I could. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, it was boom, done.
So like, was it like when you got back into it? Was it just a situation where like it was around and you just were like, fuck it?
Yeah, just because I could. Like I haven't had like trauma, like no sexual
yo,
abuse, something like that. Like,
listen, most drug addicts, like that's what breeds drug addicts. It's abuse. You know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and so I, even going through drug court, like part of it is like MRT and like, delving into like what got you to do it. And I'm constantly telling I'm constantly telling my counselor, like, I don't know. I just did it because I could. Like, I didn't. Like, even when I didn't have it, like, I didn't like go chase a bag. Like, it was like I still did what I needed to do, and when I got it, I got it. And it sounds silly, but I've never stolen from it for it. I've never, like, none of that fucking crazy ass shit. I've never even had sex for it. Like, I've never sucked dick for none of that shit.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm not. Obviously, I don't want you to incriminate yourself, even though this is past talk. But like, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that footage and you had like multiple meth, I'm like, yo, this bitch is either pinching a bag or she's hucking one to someone else. Cause like,
no, like, okay. So literally that instant. So I was at my dealer's house, and so I had just gotten some from him, and then I had like some knives or something. And because there was like 2 other people there, and they all had their own shit, so it was like, well, here, I'll trade you like this knife for a little bit. And then the other person was like, here, just try some. And I didn't ever want to mix them, I wanted to try them separately, so they were all separate.
Oh, I got you. So what'd you think when that cop said that he smelled fentanyl?
I knew he was fucking lying.
Did you, hindsight 2020, do you think that he said that because of the house you came from was a known fentanyl house?
Yes.
Yeah. So he just assumed you were smoking fentanyl.
Yes.
I mean, now that you're sober, can you see how crazy it was that you were like, yo, like with that Mexican lady in the diapers thing, even if you were going to get her diapers, like the way that it looks on the footage, you got to admit that it was a bad look. Like that woman couldn't even speak a lick of English.
Well, she could speak a little bit. She could speak a little bit.
It sounded like it when she was on the camera. Like she sounded
like it was hardly any. Like I was just trying to find out. I think it was like I was just trying to find out the size of diapers she needed or something like that.
Yeah, but you were also you had to have known the police were kind of on your trail at that point, right?
I had no clue. On fucking everything. It's on everything. I did not know there was a cop behind me until I turned around and there was a cop behind me. Like,
so you telling me you were running that hot? Because like, if I remember correctly, weren't you on your way to like either help someone do a delivery?
No. So I didn't because
I could have sworn in the footage you said something about going and picking up some meth.
No, not at all. Oh wait, are you talking about the last time I got arrested or the very first time?
Shit, I might be confusing both. I ain't gonna lie.
There's 3
I've
different.
Been drinking, so.
There's 3 different ones. So
really? I've seen 2 videos. One of them was I'm gonna keep 100% honest with you. Like I was like shocked, like that dude that you like kissed and said, "Yo, I love you," whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I love him. That's one of my best friends. Yeah.
Yeah, but like when you were like, obviously in panic mode, and you're like, "Yo, I'll tell you anything." Fuck yeah, I honestly thought he almost hurt you. Like, cause imagine if he would have hurt you, say that, like he would have been like. I mean, does he know about that now?
It wasn't that guy that I was talking about. That everyone thinks that's the guy I was talking about. No, there was.
No, but I'm talking about what you said though, because like you did say you were like, "Yo, I'll give you anybody." You were like, "Yo, I don't want to go to jail," but like I think you would have fucking if you could have given up Pablo Escobar, you would have been like, "Yo, he's over there."
I don't know about that, but yeah, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't want to get arrested. It was stupid too.
No, jail sucks. I ain't gonna lie, but
well, it was my fault. But like one of the people that I got arrested with that time, like, is a fucking very scary dude, and so that's why I was kind of throwing a big fit about people just sharing out my fucking, body cam footage like that, because one of the dudes in the videos is like a scary dude. Like he just recently got caught up for shooting somebody.
Well, and this is why I'm glad you got out of this game, because unfortunately, and the shit you were mixing, especially with the fact of like, and it's good to have a healthy fear of jail. Jail sucks. Like the only people that want to go back to jail are airheads. Like I did a little bit when I was in my early 20s, and that was the first thing I thought about was like, I'm way too smart to be in this place with these crash outs.
Fuck yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, this is none of it is worth it. And that's the longest I've ever been in jail. Like, I never
well, how long was it? Like a couple days?
3.5 months. The very last time I got
Oh
arrested.
shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
So what it
Was
was
it
is,
all dead time too?
well, yes, basically it was dead time. So
Because
like,
weren't you on probation and
I was
like it
on-
was a
I-
revocation?
Yeah, well, yes, sort of. I was on probation, and then I had violated once, spent 2 days in jail, and then they kept me on standard probation.
Yep.
But then I violated again, and that last time I got arrested, that very last time I got arrested, it was a warrant. But at that point, my probation officer wanted to revoke my probation, so I sat in jail, literally just waiting for court. And then when I went to court, finally the judge was like, you're going to go to prison, and I had to ask for what is it? Not a mediation.
Were you like
Mitigation.
Yeah, mitigation. Yeah, you're right.
So I sat in another jail for another month waiting for the mitigation hearing, and then when I went to the mitigation hearing, I had beg for him to put me on drug court. So they didn't even put me on it. She wasn't going to put me on intensive. She just recommended prison. And the judge at that point apparently had already said a couple weeks before that. My attorney told me, and somebody who was in court, that the judge was like, "I'm sick of giving people chances. I'm just sending everybody up to prison." And so I was stressing out.
Because meth is a big problem in your area, ain't it?
It's actually fentanyl.
Fentanyl is everywhere.
Yeah, but
it's
no,
horrible.
fentanyl is-
I live in Maine, and it's bad up here.
The fentanyl is the problem around here right now. So basically I got he told me, okay, drug court or prison. And then so I sat in jail
Of
for
course, you're gonna pick drug court.
Well, no, that's what he told. So basically he told my attorney, you're either going to get drug court or prison. So at that point I did sit in jail for another 3.5 weeks.
Why didn't you pull the rehab card? Everyone gets a rehab card at least once, right? Or did you already pull it?
So what happened is on the second violation, my probation officer wanted me to turn myself in and do 30 days with early release to treatment, and I was like, I don't want to fucking turn myself again in.
Oh, you skipped out. Yep.
No,
You
I was
pissed them off.
still in contact with my probation officer though, so they never got me for absconding because I never I was even trying to I went on the e-file portal and tried to fucking request getting my own warrant quashed. So I was they knew where the fuck I was at. I wasn't hiding. I just wasn't.
Was it a bench warrant that they had out for you?
Yeah, it was just a bench warrant.
You know the difference between a bench warrant and an arrest warrant, right?
There's not really a big difference, but
here's the difference. An arrest warrant, the second they see you, they're not even gonna wait to see you. They're gonna come for you. A bench warrant, they'll wait until they have contact with you and then arrest you.
Well, I don't know what kind
I got lucky on a bench warrant once. Check it out, because my name's Corey, right? My first name's Corey, and it's not spelled the traditional way that Corey is spelled, and that's what got me into the technicality, because they didn't spell my name right. Technically, that's not me. You know what I'm saying?
I almost argued that shit too, because there was some incorrect information, like my birth date on the arrest warrant.
You could have argued it to be how do you know this is me?
Well, I didn't.
It's probably better that you didn't.
Exactly. No, I know I could have. But they don't. At the end of the day, it was just fuck, whatever. But I ended up sitting there for 3.5 months, and then I got they told me I was accepted at a drug court, so they ended up reinstating the probation, but through drug court.
Yep. And then drug court, it's extra strict.
It's a little more strict than regular probation, but not as strict as
drug court around here. You have to check in every day.
Where?
Where I'm at in Maine, at least when every day you gotta call your PO, check in, and once a week you gotta go in for piss tests.
Oh damn! No, I don't have to check in. So I get a text message every morning on whether I have to UA or not. I was high risk at first, and so I had to see my probation officer twice a month, my counselor twice a month, and then I have required groups I have to go to. But they did an assessment. I'm low risk now, and our probation officers don't come see us. We have a SO, a surveillance officer, that comes see us. But so now that's been taken to, they only got to see me once every 3 months. But I'm already phased up. I'm about to be phase 4 on, and like May 12th or something like that, I'll phase up. Hopefully I should be graduating from drug court in August, but there's still a 6-month aftercare from the graduation. Yeah. So I should be off probation in January, but I was
do they give you a deferred disposition if you
it's
complete drug court?
Yes, it's undesignated, so it'll go to a misdemeanor if I complete it successfully.
Well, salute to you for keeping your nose clean and buckling down. That's a hard thing to do. I don't think a lot of people that haven't been through it, obviously, I'm sure they gave you plenty of motivation from being in jail, just alone. Because I could definitely tell by that footage. Hell, let's do this. I know that when Q prank called you, even though you and Q weren't cool at the time, and I'm sure you probably aren't cool now, it must have been nice to hear a familiar voice.
I mean, I missed the internet shit, so it was nice that they were still trying to fucking reach out to me, but I still had contacts through video chat and text message from
people. Well, I'm sure you talked to your loved ones and whatnot, but I'm just saying, because I was watching that night he did it, and I was so surprised by how you handled it, because it was slick how he got through, but then when he got on, the way you handled it was perfect, because I think he might have been expecting you to get all angry, but you didn't even sound angry. You sounded excited to hear from him.
The thing that I was excited about was ooh, cool, now I can fucking tell him to tell Hammer to send me my fucking honey buns.
Okay. Did you ever get the honey buns?
No, the honey buns, unfortunately, were not on our list of what we could order because of the heat. So they were something we could not order at the time.
Damn. Yo, are the jails they are? I'm assuming they are the same way they are up here, where they're it's really cold and in the cells and stuff.
It was fucking hot as fuck. They were having issues.
Well, were you there in the summertime?
Mm-hmm.
If you would have been there in the wintertime, you might have had a different experience with the heat.
We don't really have a winter here. The coldest it fucking gets.
Yeah. You're close to Mexico. I forget.
Yeah, there's no winter here. Is still it gets cold compared to 120, but I think the lowest it got here last year was 40 degrees. Yeah, bro, it's not even funny.
Is that dry heat or is there humidity there?
I don't really know the difference, but I sweat like a motherfucker.
Well, when you get up in the morning, and look at your phone, I don't know if you have an Android or Apple, but say Siri or Google, be what's the humidity today? And it'll tell you. One thing I can say is as a obese fat motherfucker, dry heat is way better than humidity. I much rather deal with 100 degree dry heat than 70 degrees with humidity. 100%.
It's 40% humidity
right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me check what it is in mine real quick.
What's the temperature there right now?
52 degrees.
That's not bad. It's 68 here.
It's actually it's definitely spring is here. The way Maine is it's kind of if you're not enjoying the weather, just wait a few minutes.
Fuck, right? So I used to say about Oregon. It's gonna be the temperature it's gonna get to today at the hottest is 80 degrees, but today was 94.
Whew, damn. I think the highest it got up to yesterday was, I want to say maybe 60.
Fuck.
Dude, yo, we got winters. Like our winters can be like really cold. Like in my house, for instance. Okay, more times than not, especially right now, I wake up and I have a blanket on. Like it's still cold in the morning.
No.
It's not like freezing.
It's
But
fucking.
but you gotta think though. I'm like compared to where you are, I'm as far east and up north as you can get state-wise before hitting Canada.
Okay, yeah, so it gets cold over there. Yeah, okay.
So, I don't live close to Canada. I'm more towards like the New Hampshire line, that area, the southern part of Maine.
Yeah.
But regardless, like the weather isn't too much different. I mean, if you go up north, like 'cause Maine's pretty big. I don't like our maps. The way maps, put the states and stuff. They don't actually like put them as big as they are. Like Texas is way huger, obviously, than how it looks on the map.
So, my one of my ancestor founded Schenectady, New York.
One of your what ancestors?
Mm-hmm.
They what'd you say? They did something in New York?
They founded Schenectady, New York.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Here's a little information for a little tidbit. I lived in a house around here that it was in Waldoboro, Maine, and it was a beautiful house. It was built in like the early 1900s. I can't remember what president did a speech in my living room, but there was a president who had visited and did a speech in my living room. And the way that the house was set up, because when it was built, shortly after it was built, they had prohibition, right? And my basement still had the speakeasy that was there from prohibition, and my upstairs it had a false wall. And what they would do is like in times of like prohibition and stuff, they bring the alcohol and put it like there where my bookcase is.
That would have been cool. Was it the same house that the plate broke in?
And
the same house.
Huh?
Was it the same?
No.
Okay.
No, because when I was in government housing at that point, I was like pretty much living like for what could be considered the ghetto of my area. That would have been it. This place, like this house, was like a very nice house. It was split into a duplex, and the basement side of it alone, you could have created a whole other apartment on the back end of the house. Like that's how big it was.
That's cool though.
And
Did you find anything cool? Like,
other than like what I told you about, like going into the basement and seeing like the speakeasy that was there. I think that it was like repainted maybe in the 70s and shit, because like it definitely didn't have like a 1920s look to it. But just knowing that it still had that functioning piece to where they they put the alcohol down and whatnot, that to me I always found interesting.
That's
the fact that a president spoke in my living room, that not many people can say that.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, my landlord was a slumlord and didn't keep up with the place. And eventually it got sold. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a few years to see if it's been renovated, but like it was on a hill, right? And unfortunately, like with houses on hills, especially here, and if they're not taken care of, like it starts to really fuck up the foundation. Like the house itself, it was drafty as fuck. It was probably one of the worst houses to heat. But it had a beautiful staircase. It really was a nice house, and it should have been honestly like it should have been. I wish the town would have bought it just for the history alone in it, but I don't know why they didn't buy it. Yeah, it sucks when stuff like that, because like I feel that's the kind of stuff that needs to be preserved. Like it might not be the coolest thing, like like. Oh, Abraham Lincoln didn't speak in here, or JFK, or whatever. But like, just the fact of any kind of upper class, because like Waldoboro, like way back in those times, was like all upper class, and whoever owned the house originally, they rubbed shoulders with a lot of politicians. That's how the president came in.
No, that's pretty fucking cool.
Jacob says I never shut up.
Yeah, no, it's all right. That's all right. I was actually gonna say though, like, I'm fucking getting really tired.
Well,
Are
thanks
you?
for kicking it with me and letting me give
No, I
a little
appreciated it.
insight.
This is actually really good conversations. Like, I enjoyed this. So I'll probably go live again tomorrow night if you want to fucking join again.
Yeah, I mean, I'll if I don't join tomorrow, I'll definitely like next time I'm feeling the need to like hop on a panel. If you're live, I'll come and say what's up. I'm not
No,
usually,
yeah.
you know, the one to jump on panels much anymore, but you know.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm not staying on longer. I'm just fucking my nose is getting tripped up and I'm tired.
Hey, it's fine. Like it's 4:30 here. To be honest, I should probably go to sleep too. So
Yeah, I hear you. Fucking feels like 4:30. That's funny. Well, I appreciate you so much for joining.
yeah, have a good night. I'm glad you're doing well, and I'll touch base with you at another time.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a good night, man.
You too. Later.
All right, bye. Bye. All right, thanks guys for hanging out as long as you did. The few of you that stuck around, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow night. We'll see. I'm prepared. I know I'm boring. Anyways, bye.